This is Pirate Pete, Donuts the Clown, Mr. Donahue, Mr. Jimmy Donuts, whatever you know me by. But today we're going to be reading another book. It's a really good one. It's The Five Chinese Brothers by Claire Huchette Bishop and Kurt Weiss. So this is a kind of story that the pirates tell on ship while I'm there. It's kind of scary, so I hope you're ready. Because it's The Five Chinese Brothers. And they're very, very cool because they all have special powers. Once upon a time, there was 5 Chinese brothers, and they all looked exactly alike. They lived with their mother in a little house not far from the sea. There they are, the 5 Chinese brothers. This picture has no picture, so we're going to just move on. The first Chinese brother could swallow the sea. The second Chinese brother had an iron neck. The third Chinese brother could stretch and stretch and stretch his legs. The fourth Chinese brother could not be burned. And the fifth Chinese brother could hold his breath indefinitely. And every morning, the first Chinese brother would go fishing, and whatever the weather, he would come back to the village with beautiful and rare fish which he had caught and could sell at the market for a very good price. One day, as he was leaving the marketplace, a little boy stopped him and asked him if he could go with him to go fishing. No, it could not be done, said the Chinese brother. But the little boy begged and begged, and finally that first Chinese brother consented. Under one condition, said the brother, and that is that you shall obey me promptly. Yes, 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 the little boy promised. There he is fishing. Early the next morning, the first Chinese brother and the little boy went down to the beach. Remember, said the Chinese brother, you must obey me promptly. When I make a sign for you to come back, you must come back at once. Yes, 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 the boy promised. Do you think he's going to do it? I don't know. Then the first Chinese brother swallowed the sea. There he is, sucking up all the water. Wow, that's pretty cool. And all the fish were left high and dry at the bottom of the sea. And all the treasure of the sea were uncovered. The little boy was delighted. He ran here and there, stuffing his pockets with strange pebbles, extraordinary shells, and fantastic algae. Why would you want algae? That's kind of gross. It's like mold on the water. It's like little plants. Near the shore, the first Chinese brother gathered some fish while he kept holding the sea in his mouth. Presently, he grew tired, and it's very hard to hold the sea. So he made a sign with his hand for the little boy to come back. The little boy saw him, but paid no attention. Oh, no. There he is, trying to hold the sea in his mouth. Look at him, how much he struggles and tries. Must be hard, huh? The first Chinese brother made great movements with his arms and that meant, come back, come back. But did the little boy care? Not a bit. He ran further and further away. Then the first Chinese brother felt the sea swelling inside him, and he made desperate gestures so the little boy to come back. But the little boy made faces at him and fled as far as he could. Oh no! That's not nice. The first Chinese brother held the sea until he thought he was going to burst. All of a sudden, the sea forced its way out of his mouth, went back to the bed, and the little boy disappeared. When the first Chinese brother returned to the village alone, he was arrested, put in prison, and he tried and condemned to have his head cut off. Oh man, he's going to have his head cut off. On the morning of the execution, he said to the judge, "Your Honor, will you allow me to go and bid my mother goodbye?" "It is only fair," said the judge. So the first Chinese brother went home, and the second Chinese brother came back in his place. There he is, talking to the judge. I think I know what's going to happen. How about you? All the people were assembled on the village square to witness the execution. The executioner took his sword and struck a mighty blow. Oh! Oh! Uh-oh. There they are. Oh, I forgot to show you. There they are, all waiting. But the second Chinese brother got up and smiled. But he was the one with the iron neck, and they simply could not cut off his head. Everybody was angry, and they decided that he should be drowned. Oh, no. Oh, man. Poor guy. On the morning of the execution, the second Chinese brother said to the judge, "Your Honor, will you allow me to go to and bid my mother goodbye?" "It is only fair," said the judge. So the second Chinese brother went home, and the third Chinese brother came back in his place. He was pushed onto a boat which was made for the open sea. There they are. What are they going to do with the guy in the sea? Oh, no! When they were far out into the ocean, the third Chinese brother was thrown overboard. Look at that. They made him walk the plank. No wonder the guys tell these kinds of stories on board. Let's see. Can you see this? But he began to stretch and stretch and stretch his legs way down to the bottom of the sea. And all the time, there he is, down below the sea. His head bobbed up and down on the crest of the waves. He simply could not be drowned. Everybody was very angry, and they all decided that he should be burned. I don't like this. On the morning of the execution, the third Chinese brother said to the judge, "Your Honor, will you allow me to go and bid my mother goodbye?" "It is only fair," said the judge. So the third Chinese brother went home, and the fourth Chinese brother returned in his place. There he is, with his head bobbing. He was tied up to a stake. Fire was set to him, and all the good people stood around watching in the midst of the flames. They heard him say, "This is quite pleasant. Bring me some more wood." The people cried. The fire roared higher. "Now it is quite comfortable," said the fourth Chinese brother, for he was the one who could not be burned. Everyone was getting more and more angry every minute until they all decided to smother him. Oh, they're going to take away all his hair. That's what smother means. On the morning of the execution, the fourth Chinese brother said to the judge, "Your Honor, will you allow me to go and bid my mother goodbye?" "It is only fair," said the judge. So the fourth Chinese brother went home, and the fifth Chinese brother came back in his place. A large brick oven had been built in the village square, and it had been all stuffed with whipped cream. Woo, I like whipped cream. The fifth Chinese brother was shoveled into the oven, right in the middle of the cream, and the door was shut tight, and everybody sat around and waited. Ooh. Oh, whipped cream. Woo, that sounds good. Here they all are, waiting and waiting and waiting. They were not going to be tricked again, so they stayed there all night and even a little bit after dawn, just to make sure. When they opened the door and pulled him out, and he shook himself and said, my, that was a good sleep. Everybody stared open-mouthed and round-eyed, and the judge stepped forward and said, we have tried to get rid of you in every possible way, and somehow it cannot be done. It must be that you are innocent. Yes, 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 shouted all the people. So they let him go, and they all went home. There he is, jumping out of the whipped cream case. And the 5 Chinese brothers and their mother all lived together happily for many, many years. There they are. That is a good story. No wonder the guys on the ship tell the story of the 5 Chinese brothers. Because that's a cool one. I liked it. Did you like it? I hope you did. Stay safe. We'll see you soon. Bye.